All right, the DCPA has a very special production of My Fair Lady. It is running through the 27th at the Buell Theatre. Today we have Madeline Powell, who is playing Eliza Doolittle, and Jonathan Gruner, who is Professor Henry Higgins. For people who don't know about this, Maddie, tell us a little bit about this play.
This play is all about Eliza, who is a flower girl in lower class London. She meets Henry Higgins, Professor Henry Higgins, and sees an opportunity in him. And ultimately, they spend the whole show kind of studying each other, learning about each other's worlds, learning how to navigate around one another, learning from opportunity within one another. And yeah, it's a really beautiful story.
Jonathan, a lot of people may love this movie. What makes this performance different?
Well, this one really brings to life most of the brilliant score that we have, all the best songs you could imagine. I could have danced all night, getting to the church on time. I've grown accustomed to her face. And it's just a classic Cinderella story about a woman who's finding her own voice.
Jonathan, tell us a bit more about your character.
My character is a professor of language who takes a bet to turn a Cockney flower girl into a lady by teaching her how to speak proper English. He's a little bit particular about the way he sees the world. He can be very demanding in the people around him, but by meeting someone like Eliza, he really learns how to listen to somebody that he might have dismissed before and open himself to relationships that he starts to surprise himself.
Maddie, what do you love about this role?
I love this role because we see 1,000 different sides of her. We see her at all different stages of growth in her personal life. At the beginning of the show, Eliza is just trying to make ends meet. She's dirty, she's scrappy, she's quick to go after what she wants. And by the end of the play, she's very graceful, very wise, a very intentional person. And a lot of that comes from what she learns in the house with Professor Higgins.
Maddie, if I'm on the fence, I mean, you're here through the holiday weekend. I've got some free time. Convince me that I should come see this show.
Well, like Jonathan was mentioning, the score is just one of the best written ever. It is such a highly cherished piece of the musical theater canon. The story is just as relevant and interesting as it was when it was written now. It's very empowering for women. It's all about love, both on a romantic and a just human level. There's really, it's funny, there's lots of comedy, there's great dancing, there's any way you slice it, there's a reason to come see the show.
Jonathan, you've been on this run about a month so far. Have you gotten any feedback from folks in the crowd?
Yes, we've gotten great feedback from the audiences. People have reached out to tell us how much they've enjoyed it. And what's been great is seeing how often they laugh. It is one of the funniest shows that I've been in a long time. And who doesn't want to go see a great crowd-pleasing classic musical comedy?
All right, perfect. Again, the Buell Theatre running through the 27th, My Fair Lady.